everybody. I'm doing a little quick live. I very seldom do lives, but I figured I would. Is this a good day to do one today? Yeah. I had a very busy weekend. So, was a live video. I just want to touch base. I don't know who else is coming in, so we'll wait. Periodically, I might have to walk away, but I'll leave the live going. And we'll see how it goes. I'm up to 499 subscribers. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know where everybody is. I'm going to let this just sit here, and I will be back. Hello. Hello. Hey, Shirley. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for joining me. I usually don't do live videos, but I figured what the heck, right? Tracy, how are those chickens doing? Shirley, thank you for coming by. So this is what it's like to do a live video, right? I have no clue. No clue. But hey, I got 2 people in here. Woohoo! I have a pot of coffee going. I make my coffee on the stovetop in a little old-fashioned pot that my father had. So I was going to have some water and just drink a lot of water today. And I'm like, yeah, right. I want my coffee. So I got my second pot on for the day. It only makes like maybe 2 mugs. So, and let's see, what else did I do today? It is gorgeous out. We had 2 or 3 inches of rain yesterday. It was horrible. And I had a lot of family celebrations to get to this. Hi, Mary Ann. How you doing? Had some family birthdays to celebrate this weekend, and we had to do it all in the pouring rain. So today's the only day it's going to be really nice out. It's sunny, it's very breezy, but it's warm. So today is laundry day, right? They're all out there drying, and I just love my clothes dried outside. I can't help it. I'm old fashioned. Um, Other than that, what did I do today? Yeah, I'm just putzing around the kitchen because I haven't done that in a while. Reorganized some dehydrated foods I had, and I got some things that I did that I'm going to put up in another video later on today, just to consolidate and come up with some different meal ideas. Um, that's about all I'm doing today is just like folding laundry and washing laundry, and I don't know how I go through so much. Yeah, Mary Ann, you know what? I hit 500 and then I went down to 499. And somebody was mentioning today on their live, thank you, Tracy, for explaining this to me, that I kind of thought that that's what YouTube did, but I wasn't really sure. If you don't watch or comment often, like not often, but often enough that they think you're a bot and they unsubscribe you. So, I mean, if it wasn't for that, I would have been at 1,000 subscribers a long time ago, but they just keep going through. So you've got to really go through and make sure that you are subscribed. Even if you subscribed already, just go back and check. And if you're not, just hit the icon bell. So I kind of thought that was what they did, but wasn't really sure. So the light behind me, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me just angle this like this. That's my lettuce that I'm growing and my parsley. Someone sent me that little grow system. A good friend of mine. She's a real sweetheart on it, and she just sent it to me for no reason. So, and my daughter got me a bunch of seeds and everything. Do you know that some of those plants in there had sorry, my me, my allergies. Some of the lettuce plants and everything had finished in there and they just weren't growing anymore. So I pulled out the little thing. I reused some of those pods. I put some more seeds in there and more lettuce is coming up. Like in 2 days, it just popped up. So I'm happy for that. So yeah, I'm hoping to get to at least 500 by the end of today. And then my goal for May is to hit another 100. I'd like to do, if I could get 100 subscribers a month, that'd be awesome, but we'll see what happens. I don't know where I saw it today, but somebody decided or asked a question, how did you decide to do a YouTube channel? Why did you decide? Um, so I'm going to answer the question in case anyone's wondering. A couple years ago, hello, Alfonso. How are you? I am having a very blessed day. Thank you for joining. Yeah, the reason I started doing a YouTube channel was during the lockdown, or March of 2020. My daughter and my son-in-law, my grandchildren they were in the process of buying a home, so they wanted to stay here until they found one. And then we had the lockdown right at like 2 months after they moved in. They moved in December, and then everything started happening in February. So they were already here, and it was we had just had a blast. So I started making these little videos of my mom because my son-in-law is just a real clown. We have a lot of fun, and so my mom was blind. I think she was 90 at the time, and so we just yeah, she had turned 90 just before the lockdown. So um, I started doing little smidgets of videos with her just to get her reaction. Now, she's blind, so she doesn't know I'm videoing this, right? So she's just talking away, and I got my phone, and I'm asking her all these questions, and she was a very sweet little old lady. She really was. Um, Her family is from the Middle East, and we had a lot of fun. And I would ask her questions about my grandfather and different things, and she'd answer very bluntly, but she was like so innocent, you know. So I started doing all these little videos of her, and I says I'm gonna put them on YouTube so that someday my granddaughters will always have them. And then I added some videos that I had on my phone from a while ago of me and my granddaughters, and or me just doing things with them, you know. So that was really fun. And those aren't on YouTube, but those are just separate videos. So I had videoed a lot of things that I just want to be able to hand down. And thank God I did all that with my mom. She was 93 when she passed away. So we had a lot of laughs, and I have a lot of videos on here. And sometimes I watch them. It depends if I'm really going down memory lane. I don't want to watch them, but when I think of all the laughs we had, I'll watch one of her videos and I just like bust out laughing because she was just so funny. If you want to see any of those videos, you can scroll through. I'm going to make a playlist of just her videos. Um, and a lot of it is, it started out with 90-year-old Armenian. Da, da, da. Then when she turned 91, it was 91. And then it was a 92-year-old Armenian. And I think we left it at Armenian turns 93. That might have been like a couple of the last videos that I have of her. And yeah, it's yeah, you don't know what to do, you know, you don't know if you want to laugh, cry, go down memory lane, you know, but I think they say time does heal. They're right when they say you never forget, but it gets better, and it is getting a little bit better. What happened was my dad passed 5 years ago. He was 89, and my brother passed very suddenly. Um, he was only knew that he had pancreatic cancer for 3 days, and he died on the third and a half day. Found out on a Monday, died on a Thursday, and that was in October of 2021. And my mom, who was, I know she was 93, but she was very healthy. And then she just took a turn, just everything just went on her. And she passed away 7 weeks later in January of 22. Believe it or not, on Armenian Christmas. And she said she always wanted to have celebrate Armenian Christmas. And it's just kind of ironic how things happen. So if I keep looking over to there and I get up really quick, it's to turn the flame down onto the. And that's another thing. I couldn't have coffee in the afternoon for the longest time because me and mom, 1:30, we'd make more coffee and we'd sit. And this is when we did our chats and had our little cookies or whatever we felt like munching on mid afternoon. And boy, all the things I got out of her out of a cup of coffee, it's amazing. There's a lot of funny stories there. Yeah, they're really good memories. Hi, Tiffany from Canada. How are you? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't do many live videos, so I'm gonna just keep doing it. Hello, Corner Clubhouse Colbert. That's right. How are you? You're gonna tell us your first name because I'm getting all tongue tied, or a nickname if you want. I'm getting really tongue tied with all these channel names. So that water that you hear can you hear it in the background? It's really cool. Hey, Mark, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. That water is so soothing just to listen to. I like this. I'm gonna be doing a meal prep from preps to meals video in a few minutes. Well, after this live, I'll be doing that and I'll be putting that up for tonight. So I'm gonna step away, gotta turn down the coffee. You guys entertain yourself. I'll be right back. Okay, now I just have to time it, you know. Um, it's a cute little pot. Makes the best coffee. I actually can't wait for it to finish perking so that I can pour my coffee. I already got the sugar in my mug. I'm like, come on, finish already. Wow, 6 people. I've never had 6 people in my life. Wow, I'm impressed. I do hope that if you're on here, if you're not subscribed already, if you could hit the icon bell, I could use some more subscribers. And definitely the watch hours. So we'll see. I'm going to take this 1 minute at a time and we'll see how it goes. I hope it does. I hope it does. It'll be fun. I do all this myself. I have no special equipment. I don't even have like anything to put my phone on. I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be like another job where I gotta go get this and you gotta do this and you gotta I don't want equipment and stuff. I just want to have fun, you know? And I have fun with you guys. I really do, especially with the meals to prep and the meal planning and the Dollar Tree hauls. I have a lot of fun with that stuff. I really do. Tiffany, how's the weather up there in Canada? Everybody, let me know how your weather is. Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys have all been great. Everyone has helped me so much. It's really nice. I appreciate that. This reminds me, I was thinking the other day I was thinking that this reminds me, I was watching one of the lives and there was like 5 on the stream when he was all streamed together. And it just reminded me somehow of, remember the 70s when everybody had CB radios? And I'm like, that's just what it reminded me of. Like everybody would get together at a certain time and chat, only, we couldn't see each other and everything, but that was fun. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, everyone, for helping. I have to go shut my coffee off. Yes, I am very old fashioned. I told you I don't like equipment. Hold on 1 second. So I was gonna ask everyone. Um, I was gonna ask everyone what your experience is with square foot gardening. Who does it and how is it working for you? I have a lot of space. Um, I mean, I live just outside the city, so I guess it's like a suburb. I don't know. It's a very nice neighborhood. It's the neighborhood I grew up in, and so I have some of the same neighbors since 1965. Anyway, I have a lot of space, and well, I think it's a lot of space for me, and I wanted to try the square foot gardening so that I don't waste any space because sometimes I think I'm not utilizing it the way I should. Oh yes, yes. Recorded records. Oh, I have them. I have all my albums, and they were really albums. I mean, the best thing was looking at the cover. Like, if you the cover of the album or the 45 was like, yes. I remember going to the record shop getting them. Bye, Tracy. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yep, I have all my. Yep, I have the stereo with the turntable, the speakers, everything. It's so funny. Yes. Do I have any of the country, gospel, bluegrass, or Mexican music? I have old time country, and I'm going to tell you what old time country is to me. I have Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Tammy Wynette, Dolly Parton, Donna Fargo. I don't know if anybody remembers her. Ronnie Millsap, Charlie Pride, Charlie Rich. You name it, I got it. Mostly Elvis. I was a huge, huge Elvis fan. I even had an Elvis license plate on my car. In the 80s. I couldn't wait to get my first car so I could get an Elvis license plate. So I have all his albums. I have my mother's and father's vinyl records from the 40s, 50s, 30s, some of the 78s. I don't know if you've ever seen a 78, but a lot of Glenn Miller and Rosemary Clooney. Lots of good stuff. Don't have any Mexican music, though. That's it. I do have Roy Orbison and Jerry Lee Lewis. Ronnie Millsap, oh my God, he was awesome. Do you know when my mother went, we used to go see him all the time. I got his albums too. I took my mother and she was amazed. She says, how does he do this? He's blind, and he just like, we had like front row. It was a very small theater that we went to. And she was amazed at how he did all this and he was blind. And then later on in life, she lost her eyesight. So, yeah, she used to ask me to play his records every once in a while, but she loved Charlie Pride. She goes, "Oh, he's handsome." This was like in the 70s or 80s, and yeah, he really, I don't know if he's still alive, but Charlie Pride is really cute. Yes, and my mom too. My mom's eye, I mean, she lost her eyesight later on in life, so she was very focused. Like you could sit and talk to her and not even know that she was visually impaired at all. If we were out, no one would know unless they saw her cane. And a lot of times people didn't even see that. They were just ignorant to what it could be. But I'm not giving them up. Not giving them up. I don't know. I don't even know if I could play them on here. Um, because of copyright. A couple of times I tried putting some music up and it was all like I got copyright, not a strike, but I was warned, so I'm afraid to do all that. Yeah, I wish I could. Oh, Alfonso, that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what I'd like to do? I think I might know someone who can make some CDs out of them. I don't want to, I really don't want to give up my LPs, but I could see if somebody could make up a CD for you. Do you have a CD player? Why don't we all support Alfonso? And if you have any vinyl, country or country gospel or Mexican music, maybe we can all have it converted to a CD and maybe mail it. Because I think that'd be really nice. That would be cool, huh? So let's support each other that way. Um, my mom, when she lost her eyesight, it was completely preventable. She had some major migraines, and she wasn't getting out of bed, and we didn't know what was wrong with her. And then she kept going to a doctor, and they said it was a pinched nerve, and yada yada. And then one day, about 2 months later, it was in June. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and she was like 67 or 68 years old. She woke up, and she says to me, "Is it light out yet? Is it morning yet?" And she's walking all around the house, and I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She said, "I can't see." She says, "Everything's black." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "No, everything seems dark to me." So we rushed her to the hospital, and come to find out, she had giant cell anemia, which is inflammation of your optic nerve. And the optic nerve stayed inflamed so long that the nerve died. And then she lost her eyesight, and it was irreversible. There was nothing you could do. But so that's one of the disabilities that I think, I don't want to say disability because, but you know what I mean. I want to say an impairment or a limitation, a visual limitation, is eyesight. Is people just seem to, I mean, they have signers for the deaf. They have interpreters. They have interpreters if you speak a different language. They have all kinds of equipment if you're like physically impaired. But if you're blind, it's like there's not that many programs anymore. Alfonso, I want to ask you something. Here's a question for you. I don't know what state you are in, but every state, because I'm a social worker by trade, every state has a services for the blind. If you call them, or if you can get someone to call them for you, you can get books on tape, you can get music, they can set you up with devices. Um, you could probably get some of those CDs or vinyl records, so they might be able to get them put on CD for you. I know that you could get help with the telephone so that you can get operator to dial the numbers for you. They will come and help you set up your home so that it's more easy accessible for you. Oh my goodness. Well, that's awesome. You're a musician. That's awesome. Yeah, free matter for the blind shipping. Yep. Yep. My mother used to get those like James Patterson. Oh my gosh. I mean, just from her listening to it and me putting around the house, I think I know every book he ever wrote. Some of them, they used to give her nightmares after a while. She used to say, "No more James Patterson. He writes all scary stuff." So, hey, you folks, hang on one second. It's time for me to pour my coffee. And this is what you call coffee. It's still steaming right off the stove. I love it. Well, that's wonderful. They're a godsend. They really are. They even give my mother the Bible on tape one time, or and those special radios they have where they actually used to. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to read the newspaper, the sale ads, all the flyers, the obituaries, weddings, all that stuff. But that was really nice. It was a nice service. I don't know where she would have been without them. This coffee is strong. Oof. So who else is still in the live? Let me know if you're still here. You're here. Hi. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, Marianne, to see if if I can get some more watch hours, if I can get some more subscribers. We'll see what happens. But hey, does anybody here use yeah, you're listening while you're clean. Oh, I do that too. I do the same thing. Um and I'm looking around the kitchen and I'm like, yeah. Hi, Stan. Thank you. I'm flattered. I know, I know. I don't know. I mean, I would have been well over the 1,000. I've been doing this 2 years now. I think I've been taking it a little more seriously the last 6 months or so, but still, I mean, come on. I have a lot of videos up. Hey, does anybody here use Flash Food? It's an app that you can get on your phone. Anybody here familiar with it? It's Flash Food is an app. You download this app. You just go to Flash Food from your Play Store and download the app. And then you put in your zip code, and different stores and restaurants will have things that are too good to throw away, and they'll have them marked down. And you just, like, I get like a huge box of, let's say, bell peppers for like $4 or $5. So you pay for it online, and then you go pick it up at the store. Now, out here, um, what our stores do, some stores don't participate, but most of them do. The ones that do, they you got to check every day because you can get so many things. I've gotten like a couple of pound racks of baby back ribs um, that were still good for like another month or two, and they're in the vacuum pack seal, and I got them for like $5. And last summer, I noticed that they were going up to like $15, and I used to pay $7 or $8 for them before everything happened. And then last year, I noticed that they were going up, and I was able to get a bunch of them and put them in the freezer. But you can get a lot of produce. I was able to dehydrate and can a lot of the produce, so I was fortunate with that. So it's something. It's a way to if you got an extra $5, you can add to your stash. And if anybody is interested, I do have a Facebook group. It's called Adding to the Stash. So if you go onto Facebook and you just do in the search bar Adding to the Stash in the groups, it'll come up, and you click that, on the indicate that you'd like to join, and I'll approve you. Okay? So that's how that goes. That's growing a little bit. Not by much, but it's pretty good. And it's a good place for everybody, not to spam it with your videos, but once in a while, if you want to go in there and just drop your link, you might get some subscribers that way. But mostly, it's just talking about adding to our stash, like food, clothing, whatever we got, gardening. But I really could use some advice if anybody has any on that square foot gardening. So I want to try some of that. I have some cardboard templates that I could use that are 12 by 12. Yeah, because I use them when I make my cloth napkins, when I sew, it's a little template that I use. So I might be able to use that. But if you can get the Flash Food app, it's a real good thing to have, I'll tell you. And you can just add very slowly to your stash. The store, like I think I wanted to finish, and I'm sorry, I interrupted myself. I'm getting bad. Um, Sometimes like a canned good or something's really smashed, and our stores here let you get something right off the shelf, the same thing. Even if it's meat, if like one time I went to pick up something, I was like, I'm not paying for that. I don't want that. She said, go to the meat department, get the same thing, and you're okay. So I just switched it out. You'd be surprised what you can get. High intensity planting. Okay. Yeah, I like him. He has a good channel. I'm subscribed to him too. But I've just heard so much about it this year. So I'm like, I have a pretty decent spot, and I'd like to see what I can do. Is anybody here prepping for family members who don't believe us? Give me a thumbs up. Or put number one. Just type in number one if you're prepping for family who doesn't believe you. Yeah. Yep. I don't understand. I mean, it's all around you. It's just, what I get a lot from people? A lot of people will say, "Oh, I have nothing to hide." That's not the point. No one's saying you're gonna hide anything, but you're not gonna have access to your money. It's people just don't get it. I mean, if COVID was any indication of what could happen, I mean, I remember going in the store and saying, like, months later, and I'm like, all I want is a banana. I can't find a banana. Like, I know there was one woman down south was saying, telling me she couldn't find onions and garlic. She said, I want a bag of onions. I mean, look what happened in that short amount of time. And who's to say it can't happen again? Or we could be attacked, or we could have a natural disaster, or we could get sick, or lose our job, lose our income. Like, then what? What are you going to do? I don't want to go knocking on nobody's door saying, I'm hungry. Do you have anything to spare? Hey, brother, do you have a dime? No. Yeah. I don't know. What excuses do you get if you're prepping for people who don't believe you? What reasons do they give you for not prepping? We're all conspiracy theorists. Yeah. But when you hear it and you see it and you're experiencing it, and I mean, look at when eggs, I think they've gone down. I haven't had to buy eggs in so long, but like when eggs were $7 a dozen, didn't that, like, hello, something could happen. Yep. Yeah. The tinfoil hat. We should all come on here someday with our little tinfoil hats. But I like being self-reliant just because I went from growing up with my mom, my dad, my brothers, and then I got married and I had a husband. And then we got divorced and I moved back home. So I still had my dad and one brother, and we're all living in the same house, and it was nice, But I always had a man taking care of me. Nothing wrong with that. But I have to prove to myself that I can do this on my own. And I'm maintaining things pretty darn well. I had a lot of home improvements done, and I've been buying my own cars, but I picked up my last couple of cars by myself. Just things like that. And I want to know that, what, if there's no one else around, if God forbid I ever lose my honey or my other brother, or God forbid, know, any male role model in my family, or I want to know that, you know what? Yeah, my dryer may be broke, but guess what? I prefer hanging my clothes on the clothesline anyway. Yeah, I know. The power went out. You guys can't have your coffee, but guess what? I have a gas stove for now, and I have a stovetop coffee pot. And, so yeah, we may not be able to cook. The water's all contaminated if something ever happened. But guess what? I got some water. I got food put back. I'm okay, and that means a lot to me. I'm kind of just trying to prove this to myself, that and at the same time, we don't need to be relying on government, because they're not always going to be there. So what's the biggest news in your area for today? Anybody got any big news? I'm down to two people. Come back. But it's been about 45 minutes, so I think I will end the chat. And I do appreciate you all being here. um The biggest news in my area is, unfortunate. Oh, again, oh, that isn't that awful. It is. It's awful. I just can't stand it. I mean, it's the hatred. I don't want to get into a big debate about that, but it really isn't what they're using. I mean, there's been mass stabbings too. It's just the hatred and the bitterness that's in people's hearts is just, it's heartbreaking. I can't imagine living my life with that much anger and hatred that I would have to do something like that. I don't know. But folks, it's been a pleasure. This is my first live that I've done in a while. We're gonna see how it goes. And I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll come back and do another one tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, Alfonso and Marianne, and Mark was here before, and Tiffany and Tracy and Shirley. I appreciate all you guys being here. And audio from Nixa is very different between New Mexico, Colorado. I would wait to bring you. I would wait to bring you onto my live piano someday. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to do that with you. Invitation accepted. All right, folks, I'm going to go check my laundry outside. It looks like it's getting cloudy, so if they dried, I'll take them in. And I'll be back with some meal planning videos later on. Okay? Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.